Alright guys, today we are at the walkway crossing in Gormley on the Ballot subdivision there. It is on mile 26, you can see here. And what it looks like, if you look down there is Gormley GO station. We have a northbound red signal on the closest track to us. So what it looks like, we may have a southbound coming soon. The awful track is default what it looks like because it's yellow. And the default for the signals are yellow. Heading south. Because the next signal is Bethesda Side Road. I was here before in some of my older videos, but I haven't been here for a while. So that's why I decided to do a revisit on it. Unfortunately, I don't have my scanner with me, so yeah. So we're going to be doing the old-fashioned way with no scanner railfanning. I forgot it at home. But I do have my tripod with me. Anyways, let's do a crossing tour. This crossing used to be gateless with a mechanical bell. Anyways, we got our safe train bases, NSC rail gate mechanisms, safe train lights, and no bell on this side. And this is the emergency sticker here. Railfare is the same thing, but the other side has a low-pitched safe train type 3 e-bell, you can see here. This crossing kind of reminds me of the walkway crossing in Newmarket, but the walkway crossing in Newmarket all has Western car haze equipment except the e-bell there. So yeah, we will see what we will get, so I'm just gonna pause it for now until our first train comes. After waiting for an hour, the first train came. It was a northbound Intermodal Train, which was CM101, that goes from Toronto to Winnipeg. Today, 101 was led by a DC GFO and a -9 locomotive, and they are 2205 and 2532. And surprisingly, there's no rear DPU on this train, and it was a shorter train than usual. Today, 101 has 98 intermodal cars. And also, if you don't like screaming noises, please turn down your volume. This train has some screaming noises as well. And there goes this northbound intermodal train. I actually heard that this was CM101 because the conductor actually told me before this train came. So yeah, that was CM101. 303 is probably going to be next after this, so yeah. And well, it looks like there's now no southbound heading our way. But at least we got northbound, and 101 today was actually short, not that long. And I'm surprised it was led by 2 -9 locomotives. Alright, and there it goes. Hopefully we'll see another one soon, so until that happens, I'm just gonna pause it for now as usual. Alright, I think I hear our second train. I think this is gonna be 303, because the signal is green. We'll see what we will get. The next train we saw was surprisingly not 303. It was another northbound intermodal train, but I didn't know what was the ID. But wherever it is, it was led by 2 -9 locomotives. And they are 2569 and 2534. And they were pulling 191 intermodal cars. And also, just like the first train, turn down your volume. This train also has some more louder squealing noises. And this train actually had a meet at the Bloomington GO station with a southbound intermodal train, which we will see after this train. Nah, G-Fo. And there goes this northbound intermodal train you can see here. I guess it's about to stop at Bloomington GO station because there's a southbound coming and the track turns into a single lane track as usual, you can see. So that's why it's probably going slower than usual. Not like the first train. Well, anyways, I'm just gonna pause it for now. Alright, looks like we have a southbound train right now, which is an intermodal train. It looks like an SD75I is leading, so we will see what we will get. The next train we saw was a southbound intermodal train, which I don't know for ID. But whatever it is, it was led by an SD75I and a SD70M-2 Locomotives. And they are 5682 and 8837. And this was actually not the first time I saw 8837. I first saw it on National Train Day at the Concession Road 2 crossing in Zephyr. Anyways, the two locomotives were pulling 112 intermodal cars. This train was also slow, but at least it got up to speed by the time the middle of the train passes. And once again, turn down your volume. This train also has some squealing noises, but at least it's not that bad as the other ones. And there goes the southbound Intermodal Train, screaming around the bend as usual. And after it cleared the walkway, the southbound signal river fare had went back to default. So while it looks like there's no more southbound trains, hopefully we will be seeing more northbounds because we didn't see 303, and 303 usually comes around this time, so yeah. This train must have had to meet at Bloomington with northbound Intermodal Train, so yeah. Well, until that happens, I'm just gonna pause it for now. After I stopped recording, the signal went back to red, so it tells me there wasn't enough for southbound heading our way. So I decided to cross over to the Gormley GO station to see if it's southbound. The conductor told me that he heard a K5 LA horn. And there's one locomotive that has a K5 LA horn. That's right, that's 2707. I saw it once again, but this time at Gormley GO station. And thankfully, I also know the ID for this train. The next southbound train that I saw was CN450, that goes from North Bay to Toronto. Today, it was led by 2 -9s and an SD75I locomotives. And they are 2707 with a K5 LA horn, which unfortunately the engineer didn't blow, 5694, and 2538. I first saw 2707 at Leech Road in Seaford. Today, 450 has 127 freight cars. Alright, here comes our next train. We decided to just move over to Gormley GO station. Let's see what we will get. Well, locomotives, what it looks like. And there it goes. No! No, 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 no way! That was 2707, and 2707 has a K5 LA horn. Wow. That was my second time I saw 2707 reading. And there it goes. My first time I saw it was at Zephyr. Wow. And everything went back to default, what it looks like. Wow. Too bad he didn't honk for horn, but at least I heard the K5 LA, so yeah. Like, already, so it doesn't really matter. But wow, I cannot believe I saw 2707, and that was CM450, because it had some Ontario Northlander freight cars. So yeah. Well, I'm just gonna pause it for now. When I saw 2707 again, this is what's going on in my mind. Now that's more like it. But I feel like something is missing from this train. Let me add something on. Now that's more like it. Anyways, we saw something else. But it wasn't a train. It was another rail truck. Alright, we may not have another CM train coming, but we do have another CM rail truck. Just like I saw one at Zephyr last week. And it's on the closest line to me, what it looks like. And there it goes once again. Still no trains, but we did see a CM maintenance truck. What a great railfan trip this has been. Anyways, and there it goes, heading up north. Well, hopefully there'll be something else coming, so until then, I'm just going to pause it for now. Well, unfortunately, this will be the final train of the day because I'm actually going to get going home right now. So I'm just going to call it a Railfanning day. Well, a huge thank you to the conductor for letting me know that this train was heading my way. He actually heard the K5 LA horn. And he did see it, but unfortunately he couldn't film it. But wow. He told me about the final train, by the way, so a huge shout out goes to the conductor for helping me out in this video. And also a huge shout out to him for helping me out the first train ID, which was CM101. So yeah, it wouldn't be much easier if I had a scanner, but oh well. Hopefully for my next Railfan trip, I will bring a scanner and hopefully I can get more train IDs than this trip here. So yeah. Down there was the walkway crossing, basically in Gormley. That's where I was at just a while ago. So yeah. Like I said, I'm going to just call it a video. We had a wonderful time Railfanning, and hopefully next week we will have another epic trip to the tracks. Like I said, I'm just going to call it a video, so yeah. Well, this is Tyler M at Gormley GO Station and the walkway crossing. I will see you guys in the next Railfan video, and that will be it as usual. Oh hey, thanks for joining me again. Remember to subscribe to my channel for more epic videos coming soon, if you haven't already. Well, as usual, I really hope you